Welcome to Summer's Legacy Pod. Today is a tough day, isn't it? It's trying to keep that momentum up and that positivity keep going. And so here we are. Coincidentally, today's pod is about Cancer Awareness Say It So. And it is about a session that really helps us all not feel alone. So you can only imagine how my brother felt when he knew that some of these sessions were coming along and that there was this need and recognition to support the community that way. There was just a whole heap of proudness, and we have arrived. So this is going to take place also at Cornerstones. It's on a Tuesday, so again, if you have any time off, try book a Tuesday. Just do good for the community. This one is for anyone that has cancer, benign tumours, cares for someone with cancer. Maybe you have lost somebody, so there's a bit of grief going on. And it's great because there's an adult session and then there's a children's session. So both of them I will always try and direct that conversation, and we'll go by the topics that we learn in Cancer Awareness Quiz. And that just really opens up the conversation for everyone, and you don't really need to think about what you'd like to say. You just will realise that you are on the same path as so many other people in the community. You will feel held either in my arms or by the room. It's a wonderful feeling. It's completely free. Why would I make you pay for being brave enough to come forward and get support? So that's a no-brainer. For anybody asking how my mum's doing, she is struggling, of course she is. But I have been able to be a little bit cheeky and get her mind focusing on the future. And I said to her this morning, so what sessions would you like to do? And she has decided to do art therapy on the topics that are relevant to her. She has decided to do aromatherapy every other week on a Tuesday. And she has decided to do the Cancer Awareness Say It So, which is also on a Tuesday. I assume when I get to advertising, she will probably do chair yoga and balance line, and she will probably do mindfulness meditation because she was a regular of those sessions, and she could feel the benefits of them. So if anyone wants to kind of catch up with her, this is another great way. Like, this is when you could also see her if you're available and you also think that you would do good by taking part in these sessions. Obviously I'm advertising everything, but sooner or later I hope I've done well in advertising, because I don't really want to chase everyone and say, you should do this and you should do this. I kind of am just surrounded by people, and I look at you and I think you could really do with this session. And I hope that I've done well in showing you what you can get. I've had confirmation from All Saints, Didcot Town Council and Cornerstones to say they're really, really happy with the sessions that are going forward, half of which don't exist in the community, and they're really happy that I chose them and that there is something new or consistent for everyone. So I hope to see everyone. I think what's more important for me is that you book on, and you can book on right now for any of these sessions, and you can book on a year ahead if you want to. If it means it's giving you something to do and you're meeting like-minded friends, that's great. The family session for Say It So is lovely because it's straight after school, so you could walk back from school and just drop into Cornerstones. You could make that an after school activity for the kids. If they feel brave enough to come into that session on their own, allow that, because they're just going to leave knowing that they have friends that can relate with them, and I'll see you next week. Like, I think that's beautiful to be able to have, and you have something in common. If they're not too sure how they feel, you have the cafe there, and if they absolutely want you there and to attend, that's no problem. You'll pick up on that vibe. And again, that one's absolutely free, so I just think it's best to book into them so you know you've got your place. I mean, you will start to see them look full up, and it will tell you the next available date that's available. So when you click onto the link that I've given, you can see everything that's available date wise, and that's where you book on. So if you miss out on a week, it doesn't matter, because there's another week for you. And actually, what if you don't want to do it every week? What if it's just like a one-off because you know you're going to have a day off, or you want to prepare your children and say, look, especially if they walk home and they walk through town, it might be like, you know, rather than you go home and you waiting around for me or hanging about in town, why don't actually you go and do something, and just be there and talk. If you know that they have had, you know, a circumstance with cancer in one way or another, it actually gets children and adults being really mindful of each other, you know. It's like I care and I'm just here to listen. So I hope to see all of you, everybody. As always, adopt the pace of nature. The secret is patience. Squidge.